Netflix's Red Dot final act is properly deranged and contains a good helping of developments. So, we will do our best to explain you what went down and why. So, welcome back to the Entertainment Lab, and without wasting any more time, let's jump right into it. And before that, hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon to never miss a video from us. Red Dot begins as and remains for about an hour an old thriller. The couple at the center, David and Nadia, are hoping to repair the damaged relationship by venturing out into the mountains of northern Sweden for a skiing trip. Nadia is pregnant, though, as we see when she confides in her kindly neighbor, Thomas, she isn't sure if she and David are ready for a child for their own. At first, we are to assume this is because their relationship is on the rocks. But as things progress, we see that Nadia's reservations are immediately tied to film's plot. Almost immediately after arriving at their remote destination, David and Nadia advocate some racial local hunters who leaves wild graffiti on their car. Nadia can't help but retaliate. So when their tent starts to be plagued by the telltale laser sight of a hunting rifle, she and David naturally assume that the locals are out for revenge. These early sequences are tense, but we think predictable. David and Nadia's dog Boris is beheaded and left in their tent, and they are chased through the wilderness by the shooter. During their escape, David is badly injured and begins hallucinating, seeing visions of a little boy in yellow jacket. This is perplexing to the audience, but not, it seems, to Nadia. In the meantime, David and Nadia find shelter and calls mountain rescue. Their supposed salvation turns out to be the one of the hunters, Jarmo, so they flee and eventually shoot him with the emergency flare. Later, they stumble upon another local and David stoves his head with a rock. Neither of these people seemed all that much of a threat, and when David and Nadia finally happen upon the final destination, we learn why. After asking the man in the house, Einar, to call for help, things take a swift left turn. David and Nadia barricade themselves in the room that contains various surveillance photographs of David and Nadia in their apartment, as well as framed picture of the little boy that David has been seeing in the wilderness. It's here we learn that Thomas, their neighbor, is the one who was being hunting them. In a flashback set immediately after the prologue, in which David first proposed to Nadia, we see them get frisky in the car and accidentally knock down that little boy, Thomas's son, who was out flying a drone with his father. Rather than turn himself into the police, they fled. But thank out drone's camera, Thomas was able to identify them, eventually integrating himself into their lives by moving across the street and befriending them. This trip, we learn, was suggested to David by Thomas so he could take his revenge. Thomas's original plan was to shoot them, but having been foiled by the storm, he comes upon the much more sadistic idea. He wants David and Nadia to feel the same pain that he has, and so, holding David at gunpoint, he tells him to drill through Nadia's pregnant belly with a proper tool. If he doesn't, he says he will shoot Nadia, so both mother and child will die. If David does what he is told, at least he has the chance of saving Nadia. Of course, David isn't able to go through with it, but just as Thomas is about to shoot them, Jarmo arrives unexpectedly. In the confusion, Thomas shoots Jarmo shoots Einar, and David and Nadia are able to flee. This seems like the chance to add salvation. But David, having been kneecapped by Thomas on the top of all other engineers, can't go any further and implores Nadia to flee. She does, but stumbles on the rifle of the man David killed earlier, and returns with it to try to save David. Just as it seems she has the drop on Thomas, she is shot dead by an unseen marksman who turns out to be Thomas's heretofore unseen wife. With the love of his life and with his child now dead, David begs Thomas to kill him. But he leaves him alive to live with the pain. The ending Red Dot is not for the faint-hearted, and film itself is certainly not for the lovers of dogs or children. And it could be a good possibility that David will take revenge for his dead wife and this time we will see some northern lights also. But this all depends on Netflix and the creators. As my knowledge, this is going to be a single movie and there will be no sequel to this. So that's all for the video, and if you have any more questions, drop them in comment section. And if you like this video, hit the like button, and for more such content like this, subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon.